Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mr. Scissors podcast, Strategic Scissors. Today, I am being joined by Boomerang,
Hello.
A Langrisser streamer slash Shoutcaster. Any information about yourself, like how long you've been playing?
I have been a day one player, and I was a bit too late for the beta to come out, so I am a bit upset about that. But
Have you ever played any other like Shining Force, like Advanced Wars? Like, what got you into Langrisser?
so, believe it or not, when I was a kid, back around like 1998, 99 or so, I had the game War Song for the Genesis. This was the first Langrisser game. So
I was just gonna say, I'm so new to the franchise that I did not know War Song is the first one. I actually know very little about the mainline story of Langrisser. Even like, cause now was it on Sega?
Yes,
Sega Genesis.
Yes, it was the old Sega Genesis with Shining Force and Dune.
Yeah.
If you remember Dune.
I don't remember Dune, but Shining Force was a big part of it. I don't think I played Dune until like PC, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
but
it's, I can't believe that like there are fans, that kind of knew this game, and this was probably like a big deal for you to kind of finally hit the App Store and be like, oh frig, this is kind of a nice trip down memory lane.
It was kind of surprising how I found out about Langrisser Mobile. It was upon a mistake. I stumbled it upon Google's search, actually. And I'm like, wait, and I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. It's a mobile game now? Like, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, I have to play this right now, right? And I'm like, oh, it's a beta. Awesome. And then it just turns out I was just too late right there.
Oh my
a
goodness.
Day too late. And I'm like, oh, I have to wait till January? That's insane. So, but yeah, man, I have been like a huge fan of the franchise.
Now, seeing as you are a fan of the franchise and we're on to mobile, do you have a favorite unit, and why is it Imelda?
Oh, okay, that's a really, really good question. And to answer yours, no, it is not Imelda. If we are going to talk about just pure Langrisser, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that I love Sherry. Sherry is my favorite. She is my favorite. She is the bomb.com, man. But in Langrisser, the mobile game, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it is Leonhardt. He is my absolute favorite unit in the game. Every time I go and cast games that either player has Leonhardt, I freak out because I'm like, okay, Fusion Dark Emperor Sword, which buffs is it going to remove? And I just freak out, especially when it is used on a tank. And I'm like, okay, is it going to remove the guard? Yes, he can. And I get so excited. It's like, and he gets to act again, and he is able to do anything else he wants. Awesome. It just he is a very exciting character to play as.
Yeah, you're almost making me want to build mine, actually, because he's still sitting at 3-star, but he's a famous PvP unit, even like still.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of what are they on in China? Season 5?
Yeah, China is currently on season 5 right now.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's seeing still much play. He has to be, because AoE is just still so strong. Actually, because you did showcast a lot of the finals, or did you do like a tournament, or?
So I have casted some of the games of I believe you are aware of who Sweet Dango is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he has a tournament right now. It's called the Summit der Langrisser. So it's basically like, it's all of the top players. They come to play and such. So I have casted a few games with Q and me, Shusak. So and also done the finals of Stepping Stone.
Okay.
Which
What is the sorry? What is the stepping stone?
So it is another side tournament where again, like, players in global can come to compete and such. It was promoted by Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Mr. Kong. So,
And just to give some people the insight, Sweet Dango is actually the person that I often reference when talking about tier lists. That's who I go to, because Dango is a very, very hardcore player, and he kind of like analyzes all the boxes and has some fantastic videos on how to make a box, what units you should maybe look out for. Like when you're building single target tank push, AoE tank push, or just full out rush. He goes over for like 20, 30 minutes into detail about these. And Kong, just as Boomerang mentioned, is the person who does the Should You Summon series. And a lot of these people are very, very like happy to help the community. Like everyone's really, really fantastic.
I'm actually friends with some of the strategists.
Oh.
So yeah, so they were able to give me a lot of advice, especially when it comes to, like, character building and Apex stuff. So
cool. Yeah, no, I had a little while ago actually. The Discord like subreddit actually put on like a little workshop for people that were interested in becoming more PvP focused. And Trisket, and I can't remember, and it's going to bother the life of me, of the name of the other person who helped me build my box, which is nothing like it is now, which I guess in their defense is good, because when I was playing with the strategy they told me to, I was looking at around a 60% win rate, but I also didn't play that much, so it probably would have dropped a little bit. But now my win rate's like 40% because I tested like a 4-star Maya that had no stats whatsoever, just kind of like playing it by ear, and that is, you cannot do that. You can just a subpar unit, even at Silver 2 or Silver 3, I was surprised. Now she's a bit juicier. Now I've got her up to like 6,700 power, which is okay, yeah, but like I have a pretty much fully maxed int set for her, like a 14% Queen Scepter, 5% Tenyo's Robe, 4% Wreath. However, I'm not going to mention, or I'm going to very quietly, my SR Crystal Ball, because I have no good mage accessories.
Scissors. Like, that is so scandalous right there.
It hurts so bad. Honestly, I just get screwed. And if Langrisser puts out those equipment bags, like, you think I'd go for like Dimensional Jewel or like Apex boots? No, I'm heading straight to the Miracle Staff, because man, I just love it. I just want like 6 of them. I swear, I don't want to say like Langrisser is rigged, but man, I've pulled like 3 Extreme Magic Bows, 6 Last Rites, and some of you, please don't hate me. I love you all so much. But like, there are so much of what I want that I'm just never going to get, apparently. Like the last time I bought an Ullr's bow as my one pick item. And I won't say that's a regret, because I've used it like a handful of times, but
really, like you don't use it on Luna?
Now, originally when I was using Bow Luna, I did have her with the bow, and I was actually planning on doing that bit of the meme where the Heaven's Guard Luna build. I was thinking of doing that, and I think it might come back, because if you have a Luna with her 3C and that bow, Ullr's bow, a lot of units are flying now. The enemy Luna is most likely a flyer. The new All-Star
Ares.
Thank you, Ares is a flyer. Most of the time, a couple of people play them infantry, but you're like, most of these encounters are going to be flyers. You'll see Leon with at least flying soldiers, like the Angels or Gargoyles. And there's a couple of strong flying units right now that I'm like that are like common meta picks, and actually I think those might be really the main three that I'd be worried about. So I'm like, I don't know if it'd be that bad to have, but is the 10% damage reduction worth it, or would it be better spent on the counter Zerida build? If you've seen that,
the counter Zerida. I'm trying to.
Where Zerida, you give your Zerida an Ullr's bow to take out the enemy Zerida that probably has an extreme magic bow. So you lose the 10% damage, but you don't care.
Yeah,
you just like you're like, I'm still Zerida, and actually, just wanted to say my Zerida just hit 6 stars today.
Congratulations!
Feels good. Finally in the 6-star crew, and
I know it's a huge difference between a 5-star and a 6-star Zerida. It's just
the increase in mobility. Like, you get an extra move, which is bonkers. More crit, more attack. Like, it's not attack.
No,
more crit and crit damage.
Bonkers. Bonkers. Jinx.
Oh. Well, there goes the rest of the episode.
Yep, that's it. That's it. See you guys. That's the end of the episode. Glad to be here.
What units are you working on right now?
So, I am all right. First off, I'm sad that we have lost the 18 Gates of Fates. I love that so much, and it's like it comes and goes, and it's like, oh man, why? I could have done so much more. But now, so now I am working on a 6-star Deedlet now.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm working on a 6-star Deedlet, a 5-star Leonheart, and a 5-star Ares.
So did you just pull Leonheart off the last banner that we had a couple months ago, or
no, when we've
always kind of had him, or
yeah, I always did, but I didn't really bother to build him. At the time, I didn't care too much about PvP. I was just so on hellbent to do the PvE stuff, just to complete all of the level 70 stuff. And it's like, okay, this has to be done first.
I still haven't completed Scylla. I still haven't completed Scylla 65 yet.
Did I complete Scylla 65? I'm trying to think if I did or not. I know for a fact I didn't do level 70. I think I did do 65. Yeah, I did do 65.
No, actually, so many of them are garbage. I say that I'm like, I'm just saving it all for PvE, and I just refuse to do it. And the only one that I do have done is Valkyrie. Back when you could cheese it with Listel, where you could give her that...
Oh, and just hit the angels.
Yeah, where it heals her to death because Listel's passive injures the unit.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a wild ride.
Yeah, I was glad that I pulled Hiei because I don't have Listel. And let me tell you, right? I'm like, oh wow. This is the day I finally beat a level 70 Eternal Temple. But I cheated so hard. It's like, okay, I poke you. Just poked you a bit. And it's like, all right, angels, do your thing.
So, and again, for those of you unaware, there used to be a strategy, and I think it's patched now, where if you gave the Valkyrie, the main boss, the healing, they take damage from healing spells. What you would do is you would inflict her with that status, and then just beat the crap out of these angels, because when the angels are hit, they heal the Valkyrie a percentage of their HP. So basically what would happen is the Valkyrie, that healing would actually end up inflicting tons of damage over and over until ultimately taking away the Valkyrie's life. And no other boss kind of has that weakness, exploit, I guess you'd say.
No, it was just a Valkyrie.
Even Leviar? Yeah, Leviar, the white dragon thing.
Yeah. So there is a way to go and cheese that a bit, but it's a bit like RNG. So the strat goes, you would get Lana, Bozel, and Liana to do their summons, and then what is that? The damage like increase the debuff.
Yeah, where you take increased damage.
Yeah, it would actually go on. It would actually go on them rather than your characters. So
3 hours I spent on that. Not a single time, like in those runs, did they actually end up going the debuffs going on them. I just gave up. I'm like, screw it. The 50% chance of getting a moon on 65 is good enough for me. Because like I got so mad.
Yeah.
Because I just cursed. Yeah. So what kind of box do you run in Arena? Because you're working on Leonhardt, so I'm guessing like an AoE tank push.
Yeah. So it's like well, I talked to my friends about my box in the game, right? So my box is a bit like it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Really. So it's like so depending on what my opponent has in their box, currently I react to that. So it's like, okay, so I go for a Landius ban right off the bat. I have no idea how to deal. I have no idea how to deal with him. No idea. But the crazy thing is like now in this season in Apex, they always seem to ban my juggler first pick. Always. I don't know why, but it's like, okay, Landius.
I think more people are maybe playing with AoE, like AoEs, because I am one of the players that cannot play against a juggler to save my life. But however, I have a couple units that are a bit more devoted to busting Landius. Like I have the tank or green Elwyn. I use oh my goodness, who's the other one? I'll use Vargas. Actually, Vargas is like a core unit in my box because mine is a beefy boy. Especially with the Yggdrasil branch.
Yeah, I would also like to note the episodes I have watched of your show. You always talk about Vargas, and I'm like, this guy loves Vargas.
There is no more muscle they could put on this man for good reason. Like it's just that he helped me in so much of my content that I got to do the man some justice, man. Like he just carried me when I thought no other tank could. And I pulled Ledden later on, and it was just too late. Like Vargas was already the top dog. And it wasn't until actually when I fell in love with Vargas was when, you know, that map where you have, I think I even mentioned this in my last episode, where there's 3 paths and you have to kill the it's a village, and then there's the
time rift.
Yeah, the time rift where it's like you can't let anyone escape, and you basically need like 3 tanks or like
that was an absolute pain. I can't stress you enough. That time rift was a pain in my butt. Big time.
Vargas, like I had Vargas and Landius as my tanks for that, but I put Vargas on the side with the infantry, and I was like, oh my god, my boy's gonna get wrecked. And he just stands there like, what? You trying to tickle me, punk? I'm like, you have double type disadvantage. You should be dead like twice over, dude. And if you're a new player and you're looking at Vargas as just like a janky tank because you don't have Landius leading or juggler, no. Like as long as it's physical damage, this boy can tank.
He is insane. Like I even have to admit, if I went to go build Empire for PvE instead of Princess, Vargas was the man. He is the man of the game. Like this dude has been through so much in the story. He's nuts.
Yeah, and he resurrects. And I love the whole like Luna, Bozel, Vargas thing where my stat becomes my defense. Like my defense becomes my attack.
Oh yes,
love that.
It's insane.
So much.
It's insane.
Because I'll love going into like PvE content with my Vargas, and it's like 1,200 defense, 2,000 attack.
Okay,
and it's just like
you're just
what?
And then you have the branch. Oh, ignore. Okay, ignore. Was it ignore like 30% of defense?
Oh,
okay,
30%.
You're dead. Just deal with it. Oh, it's
15%.
15%. I thought it was more than that.
But it's me too, actually. But it's still insane. That good. However, I will say that I've kind of troll built my Vargas. I took away his old enchants, and now I have him on ice.
Oh, Scissors, you dirty player. Oh,
Nothing was better than a game with an Illustrial. Was it Illustrial or was it a Sigma? I can't remember who. But there was a unit that I think they were just trying to get damage in, and they just attacked my Vargas from 2 range. And then the ice proc just didn't allow them, because it was a unit that could attack after retreating, or could retreat after attacking. And it might have even been like a weird like bow Luna, or Luna with 1,000 arrows or whatever that her range snipe is. I think it might have been that.
No. It's
whatever it was. It just, she could not move again. And it was just, it felt so good, because it was just like he walks up and just bonks her with the power stab. Like, easily the highlight of my career.
I'm telling you, if I see a Vargas in the box, I'm banning him, because I know it's you. I'm gonna be like,
yeah, exactly. Like, look out.
Wait a minute. Why is there a Vargas in this box? Is this Scissors? You're not having
3 tanks.
You're not having this. You're having Vargas.
No. Like, he's my beefy boy, actually. And like, I don't even use anything really extravagant. I'll use Lava Titans because I like the fixed damage, but a lot of people are having that resistance. But my Stone Colossus just are nowhere close to the Lava Titans. But I also have Cyclops up there, so really just any infantry, I can just switch out to Cyclops just to dunk, because well, at least to counter the dunk. Yeah, actually Vargas is just why is this even Langrisser? It should be Vargasser. and it's even funnier because he's not even my favorite unit. I actually adore Imelda. Like, the flexibility that she has, and she's terrible at both, by the way. Like, if you're actually considering building Imelda, wait for the 3C, wait until like, if you have a teddy bear, holy goodness. Like, you'll be able to give someone 3 turns of the increased damage. Increase, actually, it's 10% increase to all stats except HP, plus mobility. And I can't remember who I was thinking of pairing it with. Egbert. I was wondering if the and I think it was actually proven to not work, where if you damaged Egbert with it, would that trigger Egbert's exclusive, which is whenever he takes damage, he gets
the fire, the fire garb.
Firewalking. Garb of Firewalking? Yeah,
Garb of Firewalking, yep.
And he, but no, it doesn't, and I was kind of heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though he is taking some form of damage.
Yeah, from what other sources told me, it doesn't work, but I will be very happy if they retcon that. Yeah. Any like sleeper OP units you think that are around right now, or?
Well, everyone is not really like, especially with the new characters out now. Shalinka and Lucia. Everyone is not really going for it. Even me too. But
same here.
Yeah. So, because we do have the Valentine's Day banner apparently coming this week.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I do need myself a mystery night. So
same here.
Yeah. So, but a sleeper OP character.
Because I'm sleeping on Imelda, man. She's my hero.
You know, I honestly have I don't have a proper answer to your question, so I'm not sure who would be like a sleeper OP character.
That's all right. I just have really bad opinions because I'm bad at the game. So
we all?
I pick the units that I like. Yeah. So I'll just pick the units that I really enjoy the most, and I'll just kind of say that they're the best because I love them. And that's something that I've really liked about Langrisser, is that, like, these characters are completely new to me. So I'm just so fixed on some of them, even though, like, you know, I've never seen them before, or like, basically what happens is it boils down to like something that happened in a time rift that I was like, wow, they clutched it. Yeah. You know, I'm here now, my flavor of the month. But Imelda's just taking it too far, I guess. Yeah, I'm actually in love with Weiler as well. I'm.
Oh yeah, Weiler is insane in PvP.
86 out of 150 stars, so I'm like getting him there.
Wait. He's 5 stars?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you using him in your box?
Yes.
Smart scissors, smart scissors. Yeah. You are going to be the next champion. I'm calling it right now.
Not if you saw the enchants.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, stop right there. What enchants are we talking?
So I am using crystal.
Okay.
But it's like 11% attack, or sorry, 11% int, not attack.
Okay, okay.
Int.
I would have been like, whoa, okay. Now you were saying it's banned.
Now you're trolling. Actually, it's not that bad. Really, the only thing that's missing is the Yggdrasil. I'll never say that right.
Wreath, yeah.
The wreath is it doesn't really have any intelligence, but it's got 13% HP, 5% defense.
That's pretty
and
good.
I'm like, ooh, I don't want to lose that. Maybe I could just swap that out to someone else and just find one that has a bit more intelligence, because I have way too many of them actually.
Mm-hmm.
But the real thing that I just got very excited about is I just had a really good roll on my Ares. So he's 4-star, and like his Scarlet Reaper that I pulled like a week ago.
Oh my god, I don't even have one yet. Now I'm jealous of you.
15% attack,
shut
10%
up.
in.
Shut up. The 15% attack though. Ooh.
And like it's scary to me because I got absolutely dumpstered by an Ares, and I was like, what really is the difference? Like the guy only has an extra 150 attack on me, but it made this weird difference. And I think he was an extra star up too, because mine's only 4-star, so he had like an extra, I guess maybe 6 or 8% stats on me. So it was probably a bit more than 150 actually. But you know, I could not believe it. I'm like, this guy does damage.
Yeah, especially when he is in a crowd. It's just his crit goes through the roof. It's
the
insane.
hard time that I'm having with him right now is getting him in a box with an AoE that doesn't end up too squishy.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's the only problem that I'm finding, because I'm like, I sometimes really have to sacrifice either my Ares or my AoE unit, because I have to put them so far ahead of my group that I'm like, I sack them. They have to go, because if I want Ares to do his thing, like I think my problem is I just need to work on my positioning. But I'm also running a lot like a really short leg box, and I don't think that's helping either. But I don't really know if I can say that. Where's my Apex Arena box here? We have a new mercenaries.
Yeah, I actually have the Rachel Merc in my box.
Oh, not the 4-star Sigma?
Oh no, I don't use Sigma. No, if it was a 6-star, yes, because there was a game in my stream that I played against, and I was playing against a 6-star Sigma, and let me tell you, this dude was able to move 3 times per turn because of the way my opponent was rotating him. So it's like Sigma goes into a forest and doesn't move, and then it goes to trigger his talent, right? So he is able to attack from a very, very long range,
right?
And then he uses a move, and roundabout it goes off, so he's able to retreat. So there is a 1-turn cooldown on Solitary Will. He moves up,
which is his passive.
Yeah, his talent, right?
Sorry, talent. Yes,
so
talent.
He moves, activates Ranger's Heart, Solitary Will, it goes off. Ranger's Heart goes off of cooldown. He attacks, retreats, and does it all over again every turn.
What is Ranger's Heart?
So the tile he becomes a florist.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And Solitary Will, it will go off. Because he is able to act again because he's in a forest. So he can attack and retreat and do it all over again. And
does he have a 3C yet?
No, it is out in China right now, but
gotcha.
not. Okay, I don't think it's now. I could be wrong. I'm actually gonna check real fast for you because I could have swore. Yeah, I think it's only released in China. Yes, it's only released in China.
Yeah, no, it's he's just a unit that I've never encountered, and he's the second Yellow Legend faction buffer, which is I don't know. I don't really think you take the faction buff on him though.
Actually, it's like okay, but the thing is that your heroes have to be below like 80% life to deal 15% more damage.
Yeah.
But it's like, why? I just don't get why. I want to be in high health and deal like a lot. So of course you have Landius. So there's that.
Yeah, exactly, and especially if you're getting him like every game too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get my my Lambda up to level 70 because that's a unit that I would love to build because of her crowd control. And Angelina, I watched in my last episode someone get bonked by her 3C. So they let them get Angelina, Liana.
Oh no!
I don't know if Iris is around. I don't think so. But anyway, she was just able to 3C, then alternate like Tidal Surge, Liana, 3C again. I'm like, oh my goodness, dude, it's like turn 2.
Yeah, the 3C is just absolutely insane. Believe it or not, I have seen this play in season 3. I think it was a round of 32 or 16. I'm not sure, but a player did have Angelina on Gemini Outpost, and they just kept on 3C and 3C, and they just split the whole entire team apart. It was like, wow, it's insane. And
keep going.
Yeah, and like they were able to push the army into the fog without any kind of movement whatsoever. It's like, whoa, chill.
Any kind of
stop
kill is so BM.
Chill.
Like
stop.
So bad manners. Like anyway, and yeah, I've always dreamed of doing that, of having someone like kind of have to place in the fire, because it's just it's such a feels good to get a kill because of them having like forced to stay in the fog. That happened actually. I was the guy with the tank left over in the end of the fight.
Yeah,
so he had 2 DPS. I had I think it was like 3 DPS, and then I had tank DPS healer. And that was just a recipe for disaster because I just kind of kept pushing him. It's that air stage where the you have the like the 2 paths that come down, and you have to pretty much it's a turf war for the middle. Well, I was just pushing him up and around, like back into the fog, and it's just like, oh, it just feels bad.
Yeah,
but he did hit my Vargas with his Zerida for 40 damage, so that was let me tell you, it was a feels good because I've been crushed by Zerida before.
Oh man, Zerida hit for 40.
I was scared, right? Because I'm like, I don't really know the calculations too well, so I'm like, oh man, is she just gonna like one hit my Vargas? I'm like, oh, I'm just like 40. I'm like, oh my Lanta.
You're probably like this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, no. Oh yeah! That's how you do it.
But I think I even have the clip still. But now everyone's gonna see my my battle reports of loss.
Oh, everyone learns. We all have to go through that phase.
I wish I could kind of see what units were used in the fight. Maybe I have to click something else. Did I have Vargas here? I did.
So I'm going to a Maginus. This was in the floating courtyard, right?
Yes. I'm trying to think. So his composition is Joshua Zerida, Landius, Luna.
Okay, so that is a princess buff with like a Zerida sneak and a Landius tank, I assume.
And I'm running Ares, Bozel, Landius, Vargas, Tierras.
Okay, that's really wow. Okay, so Bozel, I assume, is just for like a support debuffer, and Vargas is just
Right, because Bozal is there to debuff so that when Ares uses his AoE, it triggers the Scarlet Reaper, and then the Hurricane, the 3C Hurricane move, and then the Scarlet Reaper again. He's just kind of there for like that easy cheese damage.
Which is absolutely perfect.
Not even. Yeah, and like I went double tank because I'm like, I don't like they're all physical damage. Like he has no magic, so Vargas is
literally invincible.
But I was still afraid of Joshua because I don't play a lot of Apex, so I didn't really know what to expect. And the guy just runs right to the center field, and I'm like, I mean, we take those. And he plays super defensive from that position. I basically get my 3C off as Ares hitting Luna, Landius, Zerda. And do I kill any of them? Let's see here. I don't think I do because it's not that good. But what happens is he was basically protecting all of the units, but the Peace of Mind stops my Act Again trigger.
Oh yeah, because
to move out of combat, and his Zerda almost dies, but doesn't. So, but at least I moved the Landius away from her, and Joshua starts to go full angry mode and just starts dunking my units, and my Ares I think dies like round 1. But I'm not really too worried because I'm limit testing. That's my they made the mistake of attacking my my Ares with his Luna, and my Landius ended up taking the blow instead. I'm gonna see. Can you fast forward with the this? Oh, you
next
can.
Step. Next step.
I'm just gonna next step it up into the play that actually kind of matters. So there's just a lot of repositioning round 2. Like they're just a bunch of even trades. Like I'm healing, he's healing. Just kind of trying to get more control of the center. But I have the advantage because there's a pillar. There's 4 tiles in the center between the left and the right side. The pillar giving kind of protection between like the second row from the right. While he's positioned around that, but I have kept him pushed on his side, so he has not even gone past the pillar. And it's at this point where I got a lucky Bozal, Dark Hole or Earthquake, and it sealed the Joshua, so he could not cast spells for like 2-3
so clutch
rounds.
right there.
And I honestly I think that's what saved me. But ban Bozal, kids, because Bozal can just carry a game.
Yeah,
and I didn't really know that was his strength. Oh, I tried to go for the 1-hit KO on the Zerda with my Ares. Bad move. He got wrecked, and now I'm down to Vargas, Landius, Bozal, Tierras. I think my Ares actually might have taken out the Landius's passive.
No way. Oh, so like he just popped it?
He popped the passive.
That's pretty good.
And then what ended up happening is after I lost it, he trades the Zerda. Well, he takes out my Zerda. He uses his Zerda to eliminate my Ares. And I just counter that with taking out his Landius with my Vargas. So I'm basically they're tankless with healer and 3 DPS, and I'm still 2 tanks, and Bozal and Tierras. Whereas Joshua basically eliminates my Bozal and gets my Tierras really low. But out of position, he had to do the line attack to kill my Bozal, and that put him out of position so I could just sweep it with Landius. And now it's just Vargas, Landius versus Tierras versus Zerda, Tierras, and Luna. And I'm feeling pretty good because our boys are beefy and they're on that one strip at the top. That's
the single strip.
And I don't think he can kill me, so I just keep moving my tanks up and pincering them. Well, not pincering, but pushing them back into the fog.
That's and then they have nowhere to go. It's like, uh-oh. I have to kill the tank. If not, I'm dead. It's like, okay.
And I'm keeping my Tierras out of range of the Zerda because that's just disaster. I love this game because you can, at least at our level, you can make so many mistakes, even as a new player. If you're looking to get into Apex, I'm not good, but I still you still get wins, and it's not as scary as you might think it is. Because in the beginning, it's very hard because it's going to try to find you where you belong. But they merged the servers, which is really neat. So now we're on the same server as Nitro, or should I say Nitro Z6? For those of you who are unaware, unfortunately, someone already has laid claim to Nitroglycerin, the popular streamer's name, and they have not played in something like 523 days, but they can't, like Nitro, the streamer, cannot change his name because someone else has the name. Nitro, I'm so sorry, my guy. Like, my heart goes out to you.
Well, he actually got his name. He sent a letter to Zong and said, "Hey, can I have my name, please?" And they're like, "Okay, sure."
Okay, good. Because I was a little worried there. You know,
when I saw him post that, I was like, "No way! Did he just post that and change his name to a boat?"
Yeah, there's a picture that he put where, like, I guess a Z6 is a type of boat, so it's like Nitro Z6. Like,
yep.
Oh my goodness, he's just. Thank you for the good meme post there, Nitro. You gave me a good laugh.
I feel sorry for the people who are going to listen to the podcast on Spotify because you actually have to see the picture and just understand, like, what he posted a boat. And he's like, "Yes, got my own brand of boats. Let's go."
Go to Reddit, go to the subreddit Languisher if you haven't already. If you're unfamiliar with Reddit, it's still a fantastic place. And at least the Reddit Languisher community is still pretty good compared to a lot of different ones. But there's just a lot of funny things. You could, if you're not familiar with Reddit or the Languisher subreddit, please check it out because there's going to be so much content for you to laugh at, be it like the rare unit appreciation thread, the SR unit appreciation thread, where they just list every beautiful thing about a unit, even if it's a very big stretch. Kind of like my love for Vargas, but for every character. There's a lot of good content that you have a lot of reading to do.
Definitely a lot. I have to agree with that.
I also love how you were talking about you have a flex box that you can kind of play the AoE comp, the tank push. Do you have a preferred playstyle, or just kind of like roll the dice and play?
Well, I think, like, to be good in this game, there are times where it's like you have to play with the cards that you are dealt, especially if you are a newer player, right? So,
absolutely.
For those of you who are planning to play Apex and such, you are going to use mercs all the time. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Mercenaries are so useful. I will use them even now. You noticed if you were watching this on YouTube, that I have a unit missing because even me, not that I'm like a good player, but like I will use anyone that is better than mine because there are other people who have just invested more resources into their characters. Like, why would I use my 5-star Rachel? And I saw that there's actually a 6-star Rachel right now, and I might switch that out.
It's like, I mean, there is a night and day difference between a 5-star and a 6-star character. It's just, especially with Leonhardt, right?
Oh, yeah.
A 5-star and a 6-star one, right?
Yep.
It is a turn less on his cooldown, and it makes a huge difference.
Same thing with Deedlit as well, right?
Yep, it's a 2-turn.
Because I thought that wasn't that big of a difference for Deedlit to have the 5 or 6-star difference.
It's huge. It's extremely huge.
You made a post recently on Reddit about Apex Arena, and I think you mentioned something about having Apex just running all the time.
Yes, well, I would not say really like all the time. Also, I did say that maybe we would have like an extra day or so, but I would like to see like automated tournaments.
Yeah.
Especially for newer players of the game.
Yeah.
Who would like to get like, their feet wet when it comes to PvP. So I would just like to see that go into happen.
Because if you have it open all the time, then maybe people just won't go for it. because it's just like if it's always there, then people will kind of just do it like wishy-washy. And not that there's not a good player base of Langrisser, but like I guess looking for matches could get tiresome. But at least if it's in like its specific time, that it's like okay, you're going to get a fight. Because it's funny, I'll be it'll say 15 seconds, and then 7 seconds in, I've got a match, and I'm like, holy cow, what? And that's at Silver. Like I would expect maybe a little longer because I just feel like there's so much more people above me, and that's probably backwards thinking because the higher the rank you are, the less people that would be there. But it just kind of feels like that. But what you were mentioning about adding a day during the week would just be so nice. And even if it's the same time, because they added a time zone slot for Europe.
Yes, they did. I was actually, I am usually asleep around time, but I was glad that they have added that time for Europe.
Yeah, because I've loved that about Langrisser, that they kind of listen to their community a little bit, a lot.
Yeah, just a little bit
more than some other companies do. That's for sure. So I'll smile and nod with what we're given, but always kind of nudge for a little bit more because. Apex
definitely.
Arena is just a really cool thing because that's when you're actually playing against someone else, and if you are competitive, you can really get that out of it. And if you're not, then you can still at least see what it's about and get some extra goodies. Because I mean, I lost I think 3 out of my 5 matches, and I still got placed in silver, and I still get like goodies every week because of it. It's like you have nothing to lose just if you play your 5. And in the beginning anyway, you're going to be matched with people your skill level. And if you aren't, you will very quickly get put in the place with people of your skill level.
Going back to what we were talking about before, especially with the newer players, I just have to say, play your games. Even though you get placed in bronze, you get free stuff. And that free stuff can help you out in the long run of the game. So I just want to point that out.
Yes. And it's those like little freebies that you can use to get you farther ahead when you wouldn't have. Because every day you're not getting something is a day that is kind of putting you behind. Like, and don't let that get you down that, oh no, I haven't played ranked this entire season. I haven't played Apex this entire season. Now am I too late? Never. Because I just checked the other day and I still did not have Sleipnir done until literally like last Friday. I am so bad with a lot of my content, and I still am able to kind of keep up. And if you're a new player, or you are like a consistent player, but you just don't play Apex, it's just extra little things to help get you into the next season of Apex, or just a bit more up into this current one. And it's always crystals too. I think you get crystals.
No, it's only in silver 3 and up. You get crystals. Bronze, it's but I mean, like, you get chance of a higher stone, and you get SR scrolls to help you enchant.
Yeah, because it's just it's a good time, and the more you play, the more experience you get. That's the big thing. So I'm looking at it here, and you're right, it is silver that gets the first. And let me tell you, 36% win rate, and I'm still playing. I am lucky. I'm lucky, I guess. I'm lucky that I'm in silver with 36% win rate. People, like, it is okay. It is okay to lose. Like, that's how you learn.
It is great if you lose. It's actually the best if you lose, because you can learn from every loss. And if you do not learn, that is where you have truly lost. So
absolutely, because if you're not focusing on what the critical mistake was, like in that gameplay that I was playing a bit earlier, where I just kind of fudged my Ares because I put him in a position where he couldn't act again and get to safety. That was a bit of a blunder because I didn't kill anyone. I didn't apply any kind of pressure because Tierras healed them all up, and it was a bad play. Did I get lucky? Absolutely. I silenced a Joshua and I got lucky. But that's still something, like, even though I won, it's still another lesson that I'm like, oh wow, like you have to make sure that you're still learning when you win, when you lose. and you'll hear that at all levels of any kind of game,
Exactly.
actually. And the community is really good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If you're a new player and you're asking for advice, the Discord, the Languager Discord, the helps and help and team building sub channel is fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of good people in the subreddit. As long as you're posting in like the daily questions threads, you know, if you put it out there, people will help you. And we all kind of want this game to grow. Like even Boomerang streams a lot of this content at a like the professional level stuff, not even my janky silver 3 level, you know?
I'm only gold 3, almost gold 2. I'm almost, you know. I'm not that great.
But, you know, it's you get a little bit of rewards. It's always worth it. And what else were you mentioning in that in that
as we talked about it in the beginning of the podcast, I have commented on all these side tournaments and such. And the only problem is that there is no spectator mode in the game. It's only there for when it's in the playoffs of the Apex season. So I did say in the post that, like, you know, in the open letter, I said, I think a spectator mode in the game would be great, because we don't have to rely on people streaming the game on Discord. And also, it's like, you know, if they have a very poor internet connection, their game is going to wind up looking like a PowerPoint, and you don't want that, right?
Yeah.
And we can't see, like, we have to rely on the player streaming the game if they are going to check for, like, oh, you know, what debuffs does my opponent have, or what debuffs do I have and such. Like, they are not going to click on every single character to see, like, you know, like this, and this. Like, oh, okay, he lost his ability to guard. I am going to go attack. But as we, the spectators, especially in playoffs in Apex, we can see everything. And I do want to note that if we do get a spectator mode in the game, I believe we should be allowed to see, like, what is the cooldown of everything and such.
I want to say, not even as a spectator, but as a player, it would be nice to see what my opponent's cooldowns are and what my own are. Because keeping track of that is, you know, that should be like knowledge available to both sides. And I think just quality of life would be that kind of change. Because I think I've seen that, like you said, in Time Rift. And another thing too about bringing in a spectator mode is that it allows someone that wants to, like, create new content, like yourself as a content creator. You know, that gives you more tools to do that easier. And you know, when you have that, that's how you can get, like, a bigger fan base and kind of grow that, not only for you, but as Languager as a whole, right? Like even this, like the podcasting is just turned out because of my adoration of this game, nothing else. You know, it's when people are passionate about something, they want to put a lot of effort into it.
Definitely.
You're talking about, like, the quality of the stream for the spectator, not even mentioning about yourself.
No,
like,
just the spectator as a whole. Yeah,
and that's what I love, because, you know, you're someone that cares about the community, like we all are, and we're all wanting the best for it, and it's just things that we'd like to see. And because I would love a spectator mode, because, you know, the esports going forward, you know, Languager maybe might not be one of the biggest ones, but I think it's, I don't want to say a necessity, but it's kind of the future of a game where, you know, you want to, if you're going to start really respecting your top players, like, you have to have the ability to watch them. Yeah. Because Languager puts a lot of, I won't say like a lot of resources into it, but, you know, they have they have their Languager, they have their top spot, then they have the top 4, top 8, top 16, like those divisions. That's sick. And they have, like, that cool little grid matchup thing that you'll see in, like, fighting brackets.
It's just, like,
so cool.
It's awesome. It's just awesome. Now, I don't know if this is, like, big news, but Well, actually, it is kind of, but there was an announcement of a Korea versus China tournament going on.
Are they on the same patch? Like, are they equivalent in
Yeah.
patches?
I honestly don't.
Or maybe
don't
it's
know.
just one Asia server.
I believe so. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But so like, you know, it's the thing, right? It's like, how are they going to broadcast these games?
Mhm.
Right? Now, how crazy it would be when this tournament comes out, spectator mode is released. I will lose my mind if that is the case. There's be like, oh, hey guys, big patch, right? Spectator mode. I would scream to the high heavens, I did it. I called for spectator mode.
It was me.
It was me all along.
And no, it'd be so cool, even if you because they put so much work into that bracket system.
Yes,
and you know you put your own like gold into your deciding
the
match.
betting thing. Oh, let me tell you, man. When they said, "Okay, you can bet," I'm like, "Shut up! I have 4 million gold in my bank, and you're saying I can spend it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go."
And you know, because you're betting on the guy you want to win, and it'd be really cool to be able to watch that match on your own phone, like spectator mode, not even just as the content creator, but as like just as a spectator in general. To like, you know, True God is the one of the main players on Dalsis.
Yes, True God is
now your server 2 now.
Well, our server, not our server.
They kept our name, okay? So but no, you know, it'd be cool to watch them. Like, hey, this game's playing 7 p.m. EST because that's my time zone, and but they could say like UST or whatever the universe. I think that is UST the universal time, and like you can watch it or like stream it yourself. I would love to have that because I'm kind of curious to know how strong their units are and kind of compare myself to them. I mean, sure, some of them probably wail a bit harder than I do, but it's still cool to see like what the difference really is, because in Langrisser, I don't think there's too big of a gap. Like there's a bit of like stats that maybe are a bit higher, but it's not like one guy can take on 4 people at once, you know?
Yeah, it's just that would be absolutely broken there. Just I'm done. Like I'm done.
And that's where even people I think are talking about how some units are getting power crept out. Like Tierras might be a bit of like on the outer, like leaving, and I don't think it's because she's not she's getting power crept, but it's just what
Weiler.
she does isn't really required as much. And I'll say things like Weiler's buff activates at the start of the turn or the start of the action.
Yeah.
Whereas Tierras happens at the end.
Yeah.
And that is such a critical difference.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like Weiler's any better, because Miracle for damage reduction is insane. Attack Blessing is one of the strongest like single target spells, or buffs, I should say, next to Gospel.
Yeah.
And Imelda 3C. But you know, just her playstyle, like the heals on wheels isn't really necessary because you're not really rushing to the front. You're not really just like jumping 5 scores forward with every unit. And maybe if there's a rush box that could include Tierras, I don't think that would be too common. Maybe with Attack Blessing.
Actually, yeah, like they could Attack Blessing and Ares if they want, and then like sprint, and then Ares just goes for like a dive bomb, takes out the tank, and you know it goes to retreats on back. And it's like, okay, next turn we do we do it again.
GG, buddy.
Yep, we do it again. Next turn we do it again. Go in, boom.
Yeah, and it's not that she's getting power crept, because I don't think she is. I just think that her playstyle isn't what we need right now. And who knows? In the future, we might like maybe tanks will get stronger, because we all know that we put the least amount of investments into the survivability of our units because we prioritize the attack. But maybe when units become more tanky, we what are you thinking?
A Tierras 3C is going to bring her back to
Honestly, I think that very possible. What would you use? Because you'd use 3C plus the attack blessing and heal.
And a heal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what would her 3C be? That's a good question. She is all about like healing, like miracle and such, attack.
Yeah, miracle, attack blessing. I would hope that it'd be at least similar to Imelda's, maybe not as like a 10% to every stat and mobility, but like maybe no, I don't want to say like Miracle 2.0 because that just kind of defeats the purpose of Miracle. It'd be cool to have her with some cleansing because she just does not cleanse very well.
That would be absolutely broken. Cleanse and a mobility boost.
Yeah.
And she will apply healing light to everyone that is in range.
See, I would love that. I wish Miracle did that already. Because there have been times when I have been stuffed by forgetting that Miracle does not put on her healing light passive, and that's a sad time when you make a mistake and then you have to go back in time because you're dumb like me.
Aren't we all dum-dums? I have done some dumb things in the game, like really dumb things.
PvP, it does not matter.
Oh, PvP. That's. I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet.
The tragedies that you must have witnessed yourself.
Oh, actually, there is like a comic I made. I actually made a mistake in PvP. I did not move D-Lit into the danger zone. And I was going to go for an attack. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go move. And then it's like, wait a minute, why'd you stop? Oh no, she was one square off. Like she was like, I even had the danger zone on, and I didn't realize that she wasn't in the red. I'm like, all right, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to cast Sea of Miracles, and I'm going to go in and kill, right? And I go in, and I'm like, oh no, like I have my hands to my face, and the juggler plushie is sitting on the chair, and it looks like he's trying to see if I was okay. And he's like, hey, are you good? Are you fine?
Boomerang has ran away.
Hands and face, didn't want to talk about it.
That's like if any of you guys are familiar with Hearthstone, the prep coin concede, that just you make the really bad play in the wrong order, and you're just like, I just gotta give up because this is not it was like shame.
Yeah.
Quit Alt F4 X.
No, it was like the turn 1 smite to face.
Yeah. Oh.
It was like that. It felt exactly like that. And it's like, oh. And then, they play like a big guy with like very, very low health. And it's like, oh no, I could have used that holy smite on that, but nope.
Oh, it's just...
Nope.
Oh, the things that I've done that I'm like... Or the plays that like haunt you just immediately after because you're like, oh, I'm gonna move my tank here, but you just didn't notice your Zerida that's totally within like Luna's range, and you're just like, oh my god, I forgot about the 3C. Like just moves in, takes them out. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? So many times I forget about Chivalry, Wind Spiral. Any kind of move again, I'm like,
yeah, like strike and all. It's insane. Oh. But yeah, it's like we just like go back and just like laugh about it. Yeah. It's just like, oh man, I was so dumb to make that mistake. Like, why did I think that my Sonya was going to one-shot a juggler that has his feet dipped in water? Like, oh, it's going to work. He only did the faction buff. It's fine. You're like, oh, he's in water.
This dude's full bathing suit ready for you. He's like, what's up?
Well played.
Yeah. And I can't believe you outplayed me. Me? Like,
and you see juggler he's like, all right, the Cannonball Champ shirt is going on, and he dives in, takes care of your tank, and you're like, oh, well, I can't move.
Hey,
I lose.
What a nice spot for a beast shock. Well, that's one thing I love about jugglers is flexibility too. Like what a well-designed tank, bruiser, DPS, do it all. Like AoE single target, like Puck's a good boy.
And he's the best dog.
He really is.
He's the best doggo.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the the juggler plushie skin that he gets. That the I have the ball, the actual.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I am so ready for this.
So just in case you guys don't know, and you really want someone to hate, you can hate Boomerang because he won the juggler plushie, the really cute one that we all live for. It's a heartbreak to know that we all don't have one. Well, Boomerang, thank you very much for joining me. What's your stream channel? What's your Twitch? What's your YouTube if you have one?
My Twitch is Boomerang SC. I do streams in the Languager Facebook group, and my YouTube is the same. That's about it. And in case you guys have Instagram, the Juggy here, he's got his own Instagram.
Oh.
Yep. That is Jug Plushie Global. And
so for those of you on YouTube, there'll be a couple of links in the description if you want to follow these on Insta or Twitch. And as for the Spotify, Apple Music listeners, you can go to the YouTube channel. I'll try to have it in my profile for these to be links that you can click. Anything else that there's that you can think of?
I guess I'll give a shout out to my friends who has helped me out in the game, especially to Bai and Dango and Nitro. They are all strategists of the game, and also to my fans of my commentary. I thank you guys so much for all of the support. It really, really means a lot to me.
Well, thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of the week, and hopefully we get a good patch this Thursday.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, Scissors.
Bye.
Thank you.